Alright guys, if you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. This is our 2023 yearly recap. I am locked up in my room and of course it's probably echoing. Sorry about that, but here's a picture of the familia plus one grandkid because the rest were scrambling around the house. Nobody wanted to sit down. But I figure it's better to just show you the pictures. We didn't take any videos this year, just small little clips here and there. And I figure I give you a recap since 2024 is clearly right around the corner. So here is a small clip of us driving towards the property. We were about maybe 45 minutes out. This was in January. We needed to make sure the clearing of the house and the barn was ready to go because we got the thumbs up that the house was being delivered sometime in May at that time. And throughout these pictures that you have here, you'll see clearly the driveway to the house, where the house is supposed to go. The driveway to the barn, and the area where we cleared out for the barn. So that was that. This was the other side of the property, the other 5 acres, just another pic. So here is the property manager taking pictures for us on the house being delivered. So that was very nice. We couldn't be there at the time because we had to keep an eye on how many vacation days we take. I wish we were there, but we couldn't be there. So the next picture is where I saw an issue with the house, and I had the delivery driver, the manager, send me a picture of the front of the house, and here's where we found the issue with the house being not our house. This picture, I was able to tell that this was not my house because there was too many windows on the right side, and technically it should have just been one window, and then the other 3 windows should have been on the left side. So came to find out they delivered the wrong house. Once that happened, we were able to contact them. They put a hold on everything, and now we had to contact the company. They had to rebuild the house, the correct house, and surely enough, they actually built that one in 30 days versus, I don't know, a year or 2 that we were waiting. Here is Nina, who passed away. We cremated her. They gave us a little clay to do her paw. So that was very nice. That's another memory we had of this year, of things that happened in 2023. So here, finally, 30 days later, they finally delivered the correct house, put it on, was able to, they were able to connect it, do everything they had to do clearly to put the house together. So here it is completed, which it was a great accomplishment. Here is welcoming Micah to the world. He was born in July. End of July. So welcome, Micah. Then in August, it was the biggest hurdle. Probably had a stroke. He's still not doing 100%. He's about 70. He's able to walk, well, more like a limp. The hand is still not working at 100%. It's probably more like 80% with the hand. He's not able to do mainly anything with the right side. So in October, we got the full diagnosis for Nico. He's been diagnosed with stage 2, I think, of autism. So he's not too bad, but I guess not too shabby either, right? So he's the sweetest thing that can be. Doesn't eat solids, still on baby food or pureed food. And doesn't, just very weird with textures. He's okay with the loud noises. He doesn't like people touching him except for me. Yeah. So that's like a big, big hurt in my heart for my baby. So here in November, we took our next trip to make sure the house was perfectly fine, make sure it was delivered, make sure it was the actual house. Because, with all of the issues in our lives, Lexton was able to go up the stairs with his cane, so he had no issues, which it was great. Especially not knowing, we had to take a flight instead of driving, so that was very difficult. But it was the actual house. Everything looked fine as for the house structure, but that was about it. But as you walk through the house, we did find damage on the outside of the house. We found damage inside the house, some things not completed, plugs missing, what is that called? The countertops, detaching, that kind of stuff. The rug, not 100%, down. It was like pulling from the corners. So all these things we found is, those kind of things is what we found issues in the house and around the outside of the house. So as we found these minor things that are pretty much usual to find in these kind of homes because they are being transported and hitting trees and wiggling and stuff. I was expecting some of the issues to be found. Clearly, we do have to live there. We did contact obviously the manufacturer of the house. They stated that they come in only once to fix everything. They'll bring a team. We clearly probably need to put indicators what needs to be fixed if we're not there fully. And then they'll come in once and fix everything like a one-shot deal. Basically, you can't call them twice, is what they told us. The other issue we found was nothing was fully connected. So the power was connected. Clearly, internet was not connected. We need to get the internet to come and hook up the connection. The line is there, but it's not connected. The propane tank was not hooked up due to leak issues, and the propane tank being at the back of my literally at the back of my door. So if I wanted to build a porch or build like a deck, I was not able to due to the tank being right at the back door. So that was another issue. So they didn't fully connect the propane. The power was on, but it wasn't on. We had to turn it on by the main by ourselves when we were there. So we ended up having to get a hotel that day because we couldn't stay there. We wanted to stay there, but we couldn't stay there. Oh, towards the end of our trip, we literally had to work on moving the propane tank and trying to get it hooked up. We had to get skirting for around the house because, as you noticed, there was no skirting. It was part of the deal. For some reason, during the 5th, 6th, 7th contractor in our lives during this process, they couldn't get someone to do the skirting. So we just went out, got a new contractor to do the skirting and moved the propane tank. Sometime mid-December, our new contractor, thank the Lord, moved our propane tank to the back of the house. So now if I have to have an emergency and jump out my back door, I don't, fall on top of a propane tank. He also did the skirting to the house. Clearly we couldn't find a match to the house. I wanted black, hubby wanted white, brown was sort of the medium. And besides that, we are going to have a wraparound porch, so this you won't be able to see the skirting eventually. And then he did do the driveway. He redid the front driveway, coming around in that S shape, and then a little bit wider in the front of the house for if people park. And then he also did the driveway to the barn, and he laid out the flat for the barn when the barn is ready in sometime in March. Apparently they don't deliver during the winter season, so they don't deliver now in December, and they don't deliver January or February. They'll start delivering in March, and we are the first pig to pick the date on when for them to deliver, and we're hoping to be there when they come with the house, with the barn, and we're hoping to stay there. So to make sure we mark what needs to be fixed so we can make that one phone call so they can come fix everything around that needs to be fixed for the whole entire house. Whew. Doing voiceovers. But I want to say besides that, we are fully completed. Now we just need to get our propane connected now that it has been moved. Hopefully we'll start making some phone calls next week. So we should be all set and ready to go. Seems like everything is good. Hopefully in March when we go down for the barn, maybe I can record the barn being built, because we want to be there while they build the barn. But of course, today's December 31st, so God might throw me another lemon. As you guys know, Lex been had the stroke, so we've been taking day by day, step by step. He's going to therapy, doing all the things he's supposed to do. So I'm not even sure if he's able to come in March. And I'm not staying in the wilderness by myself for a long period of time, without anybody else there. So, the plan is up in the air for right now. We're not sure how it's going to work out, what's going to happen, basically. So we basically just playing it ear by ear, day by day, see what comes along. And we're also cashing this out. And now with one income, as you guys been following me with my budget, the budget is a little tighter and tighter. So as we go, if we can afford it, we're doing it with whatever extra we have left, which is not much, but we're still doing it. So thank God. Praise the Lord. Thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.